Now we will discuss the paragraph development. So far we discussed about the concept of cohesion and coherence and using the tools conjunctions, laxes and references for ensuring the cohesion and coherence. Now an important tool is paragraph development. It is one of the most important tool in ensuring the cohesion and coherence in academic writing. Now what's new? That whatever we have learned, these three tools, that conjunctions, laxes and the reference, these three tools are related to the cohesion part, that is grammatical aspect. Now we are moving to the rhetorical aspect, technical aspect, or you can say coherence aspect with the help of paragraph development. Actually, this is the paragraph development which helps in coherence rather than the cohesion. However, it is built with the cohesion. Until cohesion is there, coherence can't be met. Now let's discuss how we can develop the paragraph. So let me remind you again. Coherence means the connection of ideas at the idea level, and the cohesion means the connection of ideas at the sentence level. So after ensuring the grammatical cohesion within the sentence, we have to develop the major idea within natural flow and progression from sentence to sentence and from paragraph to paragraph. Paragraph. It is a group of sentences or a single sentence that forms a unit or support one main idea. Paragraph are the building blocks of your manuscript or thesis. Usually a paragraph has 4 to 5 sentences. In academic writing, very long sentence which itself looks like a paragraph should be avoided. A very long sentence may lose the attention of the reader. Now let me discuss the properties of a strong paragraph. I give these properties the name 5 C's. Let's see what are these 5 C's. Centered, clarity, connectivity to main idea, coherent and complete. What does the centered means? It is related to the centered idea. All sentences in paragraph should be closely related to the main idea. Clarity. The sentences must be clear enough to communicate and develop the idea. Connectivity to main idea means all sentences must be connected to main idea. Coherent. The idea must be developed in a natural and logical manner. Complete. Each paragraph must develop the main sub-idea which is controlling the idea of the paragraph completely. So what are the steps involved in paragraph development? Now let's see how the paragraph can be developed. Step 1. Planning a tight outline. After critical thinking and considering all the aspects to be covered, the major idea must be subdivided into various sub-ideas. Each sub-idea must be discussed in a single paragraph in such a way that all sub-ideas may logically lead to effective presentation of the whole idea. Now what is the step 2? Developing a sub-idea into a single paragraph. A paragraph must support the sub-idea of the main idea. The idea must be developed sentence by sentence. The paragraph should lead to the next main sub-idea to be developed in the next paragraph. Remember the sentences linking pattern that we discussed in the last section. Do you remember that? We discussed it ABAC, ABBC and combined pattern. The topic or the theme sentence, that is addressing main idea, should be ideally in the beginning of a paragraph. It may be immediately after the paragraph linking phrase for ensuring coherence. Now, what we require for developing the sub-idea? What we have to do? We have to do these simple things. Number 1, narrate, describe, process, classify and illustrate. Now what does the narrate mean? Narrate means tell a story sequentially to develop the idea. Describe the idea. Step by step process the idea. Classify or subdivide the idea. And lastly, illustrate means explain with the help of one or more examples. So by these 5 things, we can develop the sub-idea. Now we are moving to the step 3, that is completing sub-idea and transitioning to the next sub-idea. After giving sufficient and effective description of the sub-idea, you must close the statement to give it completeness within the scope of sub-idea. But in closing the idea, you must remember that the next paragraph must be linked to ensure the coherence. The transition of idea from one para to another para must be smooth and logical. The last lines of the paragraph should be planned to anticipate the next sub-idea or the next paragraph. A paragraph should be connected to the previous paragraph using transitional words or phrases like having discussed, besides, the method discussed earlier, like that. You can link the one para to another para by using these phrasal words. These phrases which are formal phrases, not phrasal words. Phrasal words must not be casual one. They must be formal one. Okay. Let's take this example. Having defined the solubility, this paper now addresses the methods of improving it. It means you have discussed the solubility in the previous para, and now we are going to connect the next para with this line. Now, what are the tips for building strong and coherent paragraph? These are some few tips which are required for building this strong and coherent para. Number 1, only one main idea per paragraph. Address the main idea in the topic or theme sentence. Topic or theme sentence near beginning of paragraph. There should be 5 to 8 sentences per paragraph, not more than that. Develop the idea sentence by sentence. Use narration, description, processing, classification and illustration, which we discussed earlier. Smooth transition from sentence to sentence and paragraph to paragraph. Dear learners, let me give you a simple tip to check whether your paragraph is strong or not, whether it is having coherence in it or not. What you do, you write a strong paragraph as you think that it is strong one. Now, cut it, splice it into the different sentences. Separate the sentences and give some other person who has not seen that particular paragraph and tell him or her to make or reproduce the original paragraph. If that particular person is able to reproduce the same original paragraph, it means your paragraph was strong enough. Otherwise, something was missing there with respect to the cohesion and coherence. So, the reproducibility is another important parameter with respect to the cohesion and coherence. So, now let me focus the language services and softwares. So, there are the language services available, softwares available for checking the cohesion and coherence or for the grammatical point of view. The language services, language editing services are available on payment basis. Many journals and publishers recommend some other service providers on payment basis, and the payment differ from $100 to $300 per manuscript or maybe more. If you can afford it, then go ahead. Otherwise, you can also use the freely available softwares and services which are available online absolutely for free. Let me give you some of these softwares or services for your help. First thing you know, MS Office. Apart from, however, MS Office, it is having the integrated spell checker and some grammatical checking provision is there, and it marks red for you. Alternatively, apart from MS Office, another important software is Grammarly. It is a free online grammar checker and available in this URL, grammarly.com. Another one is Swan, S-W-A-N. It is the scientific writing assistant that can be used offline. This is the beauty of this thing. It can be used offline and it is available for free. The URL is mentioned here. Ginger, it is online editor and free grammar checker. It is available at gingersoftware.com. Hemingway Editor 3, it is the online grammar editor. It is online free while the desktop version is paid. Hemingwayapp.com. Dear learners, there are so many softwares which are available for free. You have to explore and Google. You can come to know about those things. But remember one thing, that no software is 100% correct. Unless human intervention is there, your expertise is there, it cannot be foolproof. So remember this thing, that your expertise is also needed. Don't rely on these softwares completely. So dear learners, to present your idea in a logical way, you need the cohesive writing. You need the cohesion and coherence. Cohesion is talking about the grammatical aspect, while the coherence is talking about the rhetorical aspect, that is the technical aspect. So connection between the ideas are needed, and that can be done with the help of the tools like conjunctions, technical words or lexical cohesion, references and paragraph development. So you can use these tools to present your manuscript in a logical way, in the most effective and cohesive way, so that it becomes reader friendly, and it is our first policy, reader friendliness. It will be there only when you will adapt these tools to make your manuscript cohesive and coherent. Dear learners, go through the further links there, and some activities are also given there. Please go through them and attempt the quizzes given after this module.